Hello students and welcome to Analytics Powered Virtual Interactive Classes. A very good afternoon to all my dear children. So, how are you all? I hope all are well and good. So, are you all enjoying the live classes? Very good. So today we will continue with the exploring substances, acidic, base and neutral. So in our last class we have completed till the blue litmus paper, and from in this class we will again continue from this part. Okay? So, are you all ready for the today's class? Clearing foods. Okay. The now comes the soap solution. But when we dip the blue litmus paper in the soap solution, it stays blue. It doesn't change any color. It stays blue. Now comes the baking soda solution. In the baking soda solution also, the blue litmus paper stays blue. Now comes the lime water. Now, do you know what is lime water? Means, suppose if someone is taking pan, in the pan we give some white paste, white liquid paste. That white liquid paste is called lime, and that paste solution of that paste is called lime water. Okay. Now, even in the lime water, if we dip the blue litmus paper, it also stays blue. Now comes the washing powder solution. Now, children, tell me one example of washing powder. You all know the example. Very good. Surf. Even in the surf or surf solution, if we dip the blue litmus paper, it also stays blue. Now comes the tap water. Now, if we dip the blue litmus paper in the tap water, it also stays blue. In the sugar solution also, it stays blue. And even in the salt solution also, it stays blue. It doesn't change any color in those solutions. Only the blue litmus paper changes color in lemon juice, amla juice, tamarind water and vinegar. Okay. So, let's see what we have next. Before we have used the blue litmus paper. Now we will continue with the red litmus paper. This one was the blue litmus paper, and this one is the red litmus paper. Okay. So similarly, how we have used the blue litmus paper, similarly we will use this red litmus paper. See, here it's written that now that we have seen blue paper change, let's flip the script and test our red litmus paper. Okay, means before we have used a blue litmus paper, now change the strip and use the red litmus paper. Okay, see what is happening. See how slowly he is cutting the paper into small strips. Those strips are called what? Detective strips. Means with the help of those strips we can identify the in which solution the litmus paper changes its color. Okay, so here it's given that we have our lineup ready from fruit juices to cleaning solutions. Which one will surprise us? Means here again we have kept all the solutions in a sequence starting from fruit juice. Means one example of fruit juice is lemon juice. So starting from lemon juice to cleaning solutions. Now cleaning solution is which one? Which one was the cleaning solutions? Among all the solutions? Very good. Washing powder solution. So, we have our lineup ready from lemon juice to washing powder solutions. After testing, we will observe which one will surprise us. Means we will perform the test, and after the test, we will observe which one will surprise us. Okay. So, let's begin it. So the first one is the lemon juice. So the boy gave one drop of lemon juice on the red litmus paper. It shows no color change. But when we gave that lemon juice in the blue litmus paper, it has changed its color into which color? Very good. It has changed its color into red. Okay. Now, if we dip the full strip into the lemon juice solution, it will again it will show no color change. Okay. But if we dip that blue litmus paper in the lemon juice, it will fully convert into red color. Okay. So here we have seen there is no color change in the lemon juice if we dip the red litmus paper. Isn't it? Now let's see what happens with the amla juice. Now when we give one drop of amla juice on the red litmus paper, even this also shows no color change. Isn't it? Now see, like the lemon juice, amla juice also doesn't show any color change on the red litmus paper. Okay. Now comes the tamarind water. Let's see. Now if we give one drop of tamarind water on the red litmus paper, even this also shows what? Very good. This also shows no color change. But when we have used that blue litmus paper in the tamarind water, it has changed into red color, isn't it? Now see. Now vinegar. If we give one drop of vinegar on the red litmus paper, it also shows no color change. Now here comes with the soap solution. So if we give one drop of soap solution on the red litmus paper, now which color? It has changed into which color? Tell me, it has changed into which color? This one is which color? Very good. This one is a blue color. So, we can say that if we dip the red litmus paper in the soap solution, this red litmus paper will change into blue color. Isn't it? Let's see what with the baking soda solution. Now, children, tell me where we use baking soda. You all know where we use baking soda. We use baking soda in preparation of cakes. Do you all love cakes? Very good. We all love cakes. So, in this preparation of cakes, we use baking soda. Okay? So, when we give the baking soda solution on the red litmus paper, it also shows a color change. It also changed into a blue color. Okay? Now see what happens with the lime water. If we give one drop of lime water on the red litmus paper, it also changes its color into blue. Okay, red to blue. This red litmus paper change its color into blue. But if we dip that blue litmus paper in the lime water, it doesn't show any color change, isn't it? So here comes with the washing powder solution. So children, tell me where we use washing powder solution. For which purpose we can use washing powder solution? Very good. For cleaning purpose, we can use washing powder solution. Okay. So, if we give 1 drop of washing powder solution on the red litmus paper, then we can observe that it changes into blue color, isn't it? Even the washing powder solution also shows the color effect with the red litmus paper. But if we use that blue litmus paper in the washing powder solution, it doesn't show any color change, isn't it? So now here comes the salt solution. Now, if we give 1 drop of salt solution on the red litmus paper, is there any color change? No, there is no color change. So, even the red litmus paper also shows no color change in the salt solution. But when we have used a blue litmus paper in the salt solution, even that one also didn't show any color change. And now the red litmus paper also shows no color change in the salt solution. Okay. Now comes the tap water. So when we give 1 drop of tap water in the red litmus paper, there also it doesn't show any color change, isn't it? So now comes the sugar solution. So in the sugar solution, if we give 1 drop of sugar solution in the red litmus paper, there also we see no color change. So when we use that blue litmus paper in the sugar solution, there also was no color change, and when we use this red paper in the sugar solution, there is also no color change. Now children, tell me which are the solutions which did not change any color even in the blue litmus paper and even in the red litmus paper. Tell me, you all have observed it. Tell me. Yes, the sugar solution, salt solution and the tap water. So these three solutions doesn't show any color change in the blue litmus paper as well as in the red litmus paper. Okay. So let's see what we have next. So here we can see that both of them are recording the observations, means what they have observed using this red litmus paper by dipping those in the different solutions, what they have observed. So they are recording all those observations in their note copy. Okay. So here it is said that time to compare. Why did some liquids turn blue to red while others turned red to blue? Now we have used those two litmus papers in different solutions. So, and we have observed that using blue litmus paper in some solutions it has changed into red color, and while using the red litmus paper in some solutions it has changed into blue color. Okay, so now it's time to compare. Okay, why did there some liquids changes their color? So let's see what we have. So these are the sample material and observation. This is the table. The first column is the sample material and the second column is the observation. That before table we have seen the red litmus paper, and now in this table we will see the observations of the red litmus paper. Before it was a blue litmus paper, and this table is for red litmus paper. Okay, so the first one is lemon juice. When we have used this red litmus paper in the lemon juice, it doesn't change any color, so it is written it stays red. Okay, now the second one comes the amla juice. So when we have used this red litmus paper in the amla juice, it also stays red. Okay, now the tamarind water. Now even the tamarind water also stays red, isn't it? Now comes the vinegar. So even the vinegar solution also stays red if we use this red litmus paper. But if we use blue litmus paper in the vinegar, it will change into red color. But if we use red litmus paper in the vinegar, it will stay red. It will not change any color. Okay. Now comes the soap solution. Now in the soap solution, we have used the red litmus paper and it turns blue, isn't it? So now we have connected with the Shukanta Academy English Medium High School. So very good afternoon, children. Hello, am I audible? Okay.
Hello, ma'am.
Let's continue. So when we hello, am I audible?
হ্যাঁ ম্যাম শোনা যাচ্ছে ম্যাম ঠিক আছে ম্যাম চেকিং এর জন্য
Very good afternoon.
থ্যাংক ইউ ম্যাম
Okay. So here we have used this baking soda solution. Even the baking soda solution also turns blue if we use this red litmus paper, isn't it? Now there comes lime water. So if we use red litmus paper in the lime water, it also turns blue. Okay. So now comes the washing powder solution. So if we use washing powder solution, if we dip the red litmus paper in the washing powder solution, it also turns blue. And now comes the tap water. So if we use red litmus paper in the tap water, does it changes any color? No, it doesn't changes any color. Now tell me, if we use blue litmus paper in the tap water, will it change any color? No, because we already tested it that if we dip the red litmus paper in the tap water, it stays red, and if we dip the blue litmus paper in the tap water, it stays blue, isn't it? So now if we dip the red litmus paper in the sugar solution, it stays red, and in the salt solution also stays red. Okay. So this table is for comparing the both the litmus paper. Before we have used single table, and now from this table it will be convenient for all of you to understand both the litmus paper with different solution. Okay, so let's begin it. So the first column is the name of the sample, means all those liquids, all those solutions we have for the experiment. And now the third column is the color of blue litmus paper after adding a drop of sample, means the first case we have used the blue litmus paper in the first case. So what observation we have by dipping the paper in the different solution. And the last column is for the color of red litmus paper after adding a drop of sample, means the second case we have used the red litmus paper in different solutions, and what observations we have observed. Okay, so let's see. The first one is lemon juice. So when we gave this blue litmus paper in the lemon juice, it turns red, but in the red litmus paper it remains red. Okay, Now children, please note down all these observations because it will be helpful for you afterwards to compare. Okay. So the second one is soap solution. So in the soap solution, if we dip the blue litmus paper, it remains blue. But if we use the red litmus paper, it turns blue. Okay. Now the comes third amla juice. So if we use a blue litmus paper, it turns red. But if we use a red litmus paper, it remains red. Now the fourth one is tamarind water. So if we use, hello, now we have connected with
Hello.
the Shantipur English Medium High School. Good afternoon,
Hello.
children. Hello, am I
Hi.
audible?
Yes.
Hello, hi. Good afternoon.
Hi. Good afternoon, madam.
So what is your name?
Good afternoon, madam. My name is Amajan Chakma. I
Okay.
study in Shantipur English Medium High School.
Okay, very good. So are you all enjoying the classes? Are you
What?
all enjoying the classes?
Yes, I'm enjoying.
Okay, very good. So what's the question you have? Any queries?
My question is that what is the main source of litmus paper?
Very good question. So we have used the litmus paper in detecting the whether it is acid or base. So you have the question from what is the main source of litmus paper? Very good question. So we get litmus paper from the plant lichen. Okay, from the plant lichen we get the litmus paper. Okay,
Yes.
did you understood from where we get litmus paper?
Yes.
Okay, any more queries?
No.
Okay, are you
Yeah. Hi.
okay?
What?
Okay, let's begin the class again. Okay, any more questions? Do feel free to ask me. Okay, let's begin it. So here the fourth one is tamarind water. So if we use the blue litmus paper in the tamarind water, it turns red. Okay. And if we give the red litmus paper in the tamarind water, it remains red. Now here comes the vinegar. So if we use the blue litmus paper in the vinegar, it turns red, and if we use a red litmus paper in the vinegar, it remains red. Now here comes the baking soda solution. So if we use the blue litmus paper in the baking soda solution, it remains blue. And if we use the red litmus paper in the baking soda solution, it turns blue. Now comes the lime water. If we use the blue litmus paper in the lime water, it remains blue. But if we use a red litmus paper in the lime water, it turns blue. Okay. Now here comes the tap water. So if we use the blue litmus paper in the tap water, it remains blue. And if we use a red litmus paper in the tap water, it remains red. So in the tap water doesn't show any color change even in the blue litmus paper and in the red litmus paper, isn't it? Now comes the washing powder solution. The washing powder solution also, if we now we have connected with the school Shantipur English Medium High School. So
Hello, ma'am.
good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Hello.
Hello.
So are you all enjoying the classes? Hello. Are you all enjoying the classes?
Yes. Yes, ma'am. Is what
Okay. So,
is
next
water
query.
acid? Yes, ma'am.
Please tell me what is the question.
Is water acid or basis?
Very good question. We are studying the chapter acid basic. Okay. So you have the question, is water acidic or basic? So it's a very good question. So water is neither acid nor basis. Water is neutral because we consume water in our daily life. So water is neither acidic and nor basic. So did you got the answer? Hello. Did you got the answer?
Thank you, ma'am.
Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Any more queries? Any more queries?
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Okay, very good. Okay. So, let's again continue with the class. Now, if we use the blue litmus paper in the washing powder solution, it remains blue. And if we use the red litmus paper in the washing powder solution, it turns blue. Okay. So, now here comes the sugar solution. So, if we use the blue litmus paper in the sugar solution, it remains blue. And if we use the red litmus paper in the sugar solution, it remains red. Okay, so now the last one comes the salt solution. If we use the blue litmus paper in the salt solution, it remains blue. And if we use the red litmus paper in the salt solution, it remains red. So we get the three solutions which doesn't show any color change neither in the blue litmus paper nor in the red litmus paper. So what are the three solutions? You can see in the table what are these three solutions which doesn't show any color change in the blue litmus paper as well as in the red litmus paper. Very good. Tap water, sugar solution and salt solution. So these are the three solutions which doesn't show any color change in the blue litmus paper as well as in the red litmus paper. Okay. So let's see what we have next. So next is given think. Why does soap solution remain blue on blue litmus paper but turn red litmus paper blue? So it is given that means you need to have a query that why does this soap solution remain blue on the blue litmus paper but it changes that red litmus paper to blue. Okay, you should think that one. Why it's happening? The second one comes that does baking soda act exactly like soap? Do they belong to the same family? Means it's saying that does baking soda is act like a soap and do they belong to the same family? Means even the soap solution also shows color effect in the blue litmus paper, in the red litmus paper, but it doesn't change any color in the blue litmus paper. Similarly, the baking soda also acts like a soap. So it is saying that do they belong to the same family? The third one comes that lime water also shows the same blue reaction. Does it belong to the slippery group? Means even the lime water also shows the same blue reaction. Means it changes its color in the red litmus paper. So do they belong to the same slippery group? Slippery group means when we use soap in our hand becomes slippery. So it is saying that does the lime become slippery like a slow soap? So you should think that one. So and the last one is when washing powder joins the group by turning red litmus paper bright blue. Why does this happen? Even the washing in the washing powder also we have seen that it has changed the red litmus paper into blue color. Why does this happen? You should think that. Why does this happen? Okay. So children, here is now your question time. Let's see what question we have? What happens to blue litmus paper when baking soda is applied to it? You have four options. First one, it turns red. Second one, it remains blue. Third one, it turns yellow. And the fourth option is it turns green. And I will give you a 30-second of timer. You need to give the correct option within a 30 seconds. Okay, so let's begin it. So your time starts. I can see many of you have answered the option correctly. Others, please keep answering. I already taught you many times this one. So please keep answering. So here your time's up. So I can see many of you have answered the correct option. Very good. And the correct option is which one? Option B. So let me discuss the question. The question was, what happens to blue litmus paper when baking soda to it? Means if we dip the blue litmus paper in the baking soda, what it will change the color? Did you remember in the first case we have used this blue litmus soda solution? It remains blue. It doesn't change. So the correct option is it remains blue. Okay. So that's all for today's class. I hope you all have understood the today's class. In our next class, we will continue from this part again. And if you have any queries, do feel free to ask me in the next class. Okay? Stay happy, stay healthy.